We are live. We are live. Let's wait for a few people to get in here and yeah, we'll talk about some boxing. Good weekend of fights, plenty of entertainment. A lot to talk about. Some good news coming out of the welterweight division. Manny Pacquiao versus Thurman. That's in talks. Looks like it's going to go down in the summertime if it comes off, so that's good news. But yeah, looking positive at the minute in boxing. Let's just close these tabs. Okay. Yeah, just wait for a few people to get in. What's up, ABC? How you doing? Enjoy the fights this weekend? Enjoy the Fowler-Fitzgerald fight? I think a lot of people did. A lot of people enjoyed the result of that fight. Put it that way. I think a lot of people are very happy that Fowler, got humbled. It was a good fight, though. Really good fight. I enjoyed it. To be honest, it was a shame it wasn't a 12-rounder, to be honest. But I really enjoyed it. It was actually a really good card. I enjoyed Price versus Ali. That was fun while it lasted. Obviously, a controversial ending. Joe Hughes versus Robbie Davis Jr. That was a good fight. Yeah, really good card in Liverpool. Okay. Sean Porter versus Errol Spence Jr. is being talked about as well. Okay, yeah. September on Fox pay-per-view. Yeah, looks like they do believe in Errol Spence. That's a good fight, Porter, Errol Spence. Unification fight. Certainly want to see it. Certainly want to see that fight. I think we all make Errol Spence a big favourite, but, Sean Porter, if he brings his A game, who knows? Okay, boxing brains, you lost money this weekend. I didn't bet anything this weekend. In hindsight, Avanesian, I mean, he had some great odds. But yeah, I didn't bet this weekend, to be honest. We've got 6 people watching now. Sorry, just sending a quick message. Sakio Bika? Bikabo? Sakio Bikabo? Who's that? Do you mean Sakio Bika? What's up, 54 Trail Swan? How you doing, man? How you doing? And thank you, by the way. Yeah, I felt Tony Bellew was out of order, to be honest. I wasn't sticking up for Cash Ali by any means. I mean, the guy should be punished. He should be fined. He should be banned for a certain period of time. But for Tony Bellew to come out and say he should be banned for life was a disgrace as far as I'm concerned. Considering what his mate Chisora has done, kissing Carl Baker, biting Paul Butlin, throwing a table at Dillian White, and he's okay with Chisora fighting, but not Cash Ali. It's a joke, man. The guy's a hypocrite. The guy never calls it down the middle. I'm just tired of Tony Bellew on commentary, to be honest. Tired of that guy. What's up, McGregor? What's up, Dominic? How you doing, man? How you doing? What is up, Tone? Yeah, Dominic. Loads of people are on that Scott Fitzgerald hype right now. A lot of people are yeah, really backing him right now. He's made a lot of fans this weekend. Scott Fitzgerald. I honestly didn't believe he could do it. I felt Anthony Fowler would be too strong, and he'd wear him out down the stretch or in the mid rounds. But no, to be fair to Fitzgerald, he boxed a really good fight. Really good fight. The thing that impressed me most about Fitzgerald was his composure, because in the build-up, Fitzgerald he kind of came across as really erratic, and I wondered if that would show up in the ring. But he really kept his head well, and I was really impressed with that aspect of his game. To be honest, really impressed with his composure. To be honest, good point, Copendo9. Good point. Yeah, Nick Halling and Joe Gallagher on the zone. That's pretty bad, man. Shit, Unrivaled. He made you $6,000. Jesus. Exactly, ABC Def. Tony Bellew needs to fall back. He's too biased. Like I said, Ali, he should be punished. He should be fined, and maybe even banned for a certain period of time. But I mean, Tony Bellew never says that about Derek Chisora, and he's done worse than Cash Ali. To be honest, yeah, Tony Bellew's a joke. He's a Sky Sports shill. Let's be honest about it. Doesn't call it down the middle. He's a disgrace, man. And it's not just Tony Bellew, by the way. The whole Sky commentary team are terrible. What's up, MBT? How you doing, man? How you doing? What's up, Johnny boy? Exactly, Tony. Exactly. Now, Glenn, I agree. I don't think either Fowler or Fitzgerald are getting to world level. And to be honest, would we pick Fitzgerald to beat Ted Cheeseman? I don't know, man. I don't think that fight's not a foregone conclusion. Sorry, I think Ted Cheeseman's volume, work rate could be a problem for Fitzgerald. I don't know, man. It wasn't like Fowler wasn't hitting him. He did hit Fitzgerald a few times, but he was too. I don't know. He's looking for one big shot too much. Yeah, Lewis, I agree, man. Tony Bellew, he was a great trash talker. He could sell a fight, but I don't think he's great in commentary. He doesn't really call it down the middle. He's not objective at all. Dominic says here, Johnny Nelson is the best pundit ever. What's up, Jake, man? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, exactly, McGregor. Now, Fitzgerald has banter. I agree. He does. He seems like a likable guy. Like you'd want to get fucking absolutely smashed with him, go on a night out with him. But I'm not sure how well he does above like British level, to be honest. I wouldn't pick him to beat a Sergio Garcia by any means. Yeah, Johnny boy, I saw that. Apparently Vlad's coming back. I'm kind of in two minds about it because let's say it might be an April Fool's thing, but let's say it's true. I mean, I still believe he has enough to beat certain guys in the division, but at the same time, I don't want to see him tarnish his legacy and lose to guys who, wouldn't even be fit to be a sparring partner in his prime. I mean, I'm not sure what I think about it, to be honest, this comeback. The only good thing about this comeback actually is the fact that it's not for money. You can clearly tell Vladimir hasn't lost that boxing bug. He's still into the sport. He's still sparring. He still likes fighting. I don't think it's a money thing. I just think he misses the sport, and that's a better reason to come back rather than purely for money. But I still don't really want to see Vladimir come back. To be honest, I'd rather him stay retired. Yeah, Johnny boy, that's how I see it. Would I be surprised if Vladimir knocks out Deontay Wilder? Would I be surprised if he knocks out, a top contender? No, I wouldn't. But at the same time, I mean, even Joshua, would Joshua have beaten Vladimir in his prime? Would Joshua have beaten the guy who sparked Pulev? Not in my opinion. I mean, Vladimir was on the slide during his last few fights when he was active, so yeah, I'd rather see him stay retired. He's had a great career, was a great heavyweight champion, carried that belt with pride, dignity, and yeah, he was a great representative of the sport. But yeah, I'd rather him stay retired, to be honest. Thank you, Tone. Thank you. What's up, Hash man? How you doing? Yeah, Glenn Mash. That's a good point as well. Bellew loves his the Scouse fighters and his mates. Yeah, Jay's Boxing Universe, he's saying at this stage, I take Pacquiao to beat Thurman on points. What's your take? I think Manny Pacquiao has a great shot in that fight based on the Lopez fight. I've got a feeling, though, once Pacquiao gets near Thurman, once he finds him with a few good shots, Keith Thurman is going to be on his bike and it's going to be a dull fight. A prime Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion, would have taken care of Keith Thurman fairly easily. But does he have the same foot speed that he once did to keep up with a guy like Thurman who moves excessively? I'm not sure, man. Having said that, I do think Pacquiao has the power to hurt Thurman and maybe stop him. But Manny Pacquiao's 40 years old, and the fact he's even talking about taking this fight, credit to him. Credit to him. Dominic says he says Sergio Garcia is a world level fighter. I certainly believe he can get to that level. He's certainly a high European level fighter right now. What's up, Aggie man? How you doing, man? How you doing? 54 Trail Swan. Anna Woolhouse is pretty terrible at the job as well. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Anna Woolhouse. A lot of people rate her, but I'm just not a fan, to be honest. I'm not a fan. What's up, Hardcore Boxing News? How you doing, man? Yeah, ABC Def, I saw that. She was clearly trying to stitch Pulev up, man. A clear stitch up job. Apparently, he has more footage as well to leak, so that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Yeah, Cobendo 9. I saw that. Terence Crawford, yeah. Amir Khan said he's fought better competition and he'd be unbeaten if he fought Crawford's resume, when Crawford's actually already fought Bradis Prescott, and obviously Prescott knocked out Khan. That was funny. Amir Khan is like the gift that keeps on giving, to be honest. Yeah, hardcore boxing news. I agree. I just, I want to. I really want to see Vladimir like get one more big win before he bows out. But he's up against it. He's up against it. Organics herbal supplements. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying Vladimir doesn't have a chance against top guys, but like he's clearly not the guy he was a few years back. Even in the Joshua fight, it was clear he wasn't the same fighter, you know. And 2 years later, he's going to be more declined. I mean, the guy's got a puncher's chance against anybody, and he still has desire. But is that enough? I mean, the man's 43 years old. He's been out of the ring for what, like I said, 2 years, coming off two back-to-back defeats. I mean, if he wants to come back, fair enough. But I would rather see him stay retired. And like I said, the guy Joshua fought wasn't Vladimir at his best, and I think Vladimir at his best would have stopped Joshua. To be honest, the guy who fought Pulev would have knocked Joshua out because you could tell in that fight against Joshua when Vladimir had him hurt. Look at Vladimir's timing. Joshua was hurt. He was missing wildly with that left hook. He was missing badly, and that was due to, in my opinion, ring rust. He hadn't been in the ring for what, 18 months, and you could tell. Johnny Boy, he says, I think Pacquiao by decision. Thurman's running the treadmill. Prime Manny smokes all of these welterweights. Yeah, Prime Manny, you'd have to pick him above all of these guys right now. But the thing is with like he could beat Thurman by decision, but is he going to get the decision? I think the PBC would rather Thurman win because obviously he's got more mileage. I think they're trying to use Pacquiao to kind of, give one of these guys a bigger name. But yeah, I'd like to see Pacquiao like just tear up the script and do a job on one of these guys personally to make things interesting, but I'm not sure, man. Povetkin said he wants another shot at Klitschko. Um, Fair play. I wouldn't really want to watch it, but hardcore boxing news: Thurman will beat Pacquiao at this point. Yeah, unrivaled boxing news, man. Yeah, the clit is getting licked. I think we're really far behind. That's the thing with this chat. I'm terrible at like catching it up. Glyn Nash, Ted Cheeseman versus Jason Welborn on the White Povetkin card. Yep, good shout. Good shout. What's up, D? How you doing? Okay, Coppen said he wants Vitali in Vladimir's corner if he comes back. Jonathan Banks isn't the man to put a rocket up his ass. Yeah, I agree. I wasn't really too impressed with Jonathan Banks with Vladimir. Vladimir had a hell of a lot of respect for Emmanuel Stewart, and there was that fear factor there. You could tell Stewart was the boss, but you never really got that impression with Jonathan Banks. Like you could tell Emmanuel Stewart was his teacher. You could tell like the way Vladimir listened to him in the corner. You could tell he was always listening. He was always taking things on board, and you didn't really get that impression with Jonathan Banks. Yeah, you're right. And his brother Vitali, I'm sure Vladimir would listen. That's a good shout. Okay, Tone, he asks, which of Vladimir's ring performances is your favourite or impressed you the most? Obviously, the obvious one is Kubrat Pulev, how he destroyed him. I felt that was a really good performance. I enjoyed the way he overcame adversity against Samuel Peter. That was a good performance. And weirdly, the David Haye fight. Now, the fight itself was terrible, but that fight kind of highlighted how good Vladimir was as an athlete, how quick he was. Look at Vladimir's foot speed in that fight against David Haye. David Haye's feet in his prime were exceptionally quick, but look at Vladimir's feet in that fight. Sorry, his feet were very good, and also his hand speed. Vladimir's hand speed against David Haye, it was very impressive, very impressive. And yeah, that David Haye fight, despite it being a bad fight, it highlighted a lot of Klitschko's athletic ability, in my opinion. And I was really surprised watching it back a few years later. with how good Vladimir actually was that night. Yeah, I saw that D. Apparently, that Klitschko story is an April Fool's joke. But at the same time, there's been so many rumors for months. I see him coming back. I really, really do. I see him coming back. Yeah, exactly. 54 Trail Swan. I'm sure signing Vladimir is going to, yes, it's going to generate some excitement for DAZN. Yeah, organics. That's how I see it. I just think he's too old now, man. Still a great athlete, still keeps himself in shape, but yeah, he should really call it a day. The British Boxing Board of Control shouldn't have sanctioned Smith versus Eggington. Yeah, that fight was a mismatch. I mean, Eggington got absolutely smashed up in that fight, one-sided. I mean, yeah, it was a it was a showcase fight. You know, Eggington was there to make Smith look good, and that's exactly what he did. He needs a long break, to be honest, and he really needs to rethink what he's doing with his career because he's taking a lot of punishment, and he's only 25 years old. He really needs to give things a rethink. Yeah, that's a good shout, Johnny boy. Maybe they would give it to Pacquiao and try and set up a big fight with Spence or Floyd. Yeah, that's a good shout. Because still, yeah, Pacquiao Floyd is still like the biggest fight in that division, whether we like to admit it or not. Robert Timms, do you think Wilder and AJ are going to fight this year? I can't see it, man. I can't see it. ABC Death, he thinks Povetkin knocks out Vladimir right now. Yeah, maybe, man. Vladimir, like I say, he's 43 years old. Povetkin's been active. Okay, apparently Povetkin, Dillian White looking likely for July 13th. If that's true, that's a great fight. That's a really good fight. Yeah, let's get that fight happening. That's a great fight. That's a risky fight as well for Dillian White. Very risky. Dominic says, "Do you watch the Contender?" I've not watched it, mate. I already know who won it, so I'm just not really bothered about going back and watching it, to be honest. Okay, Glenn Mash, he thinks we'll get a Tony Pelly versus Lawrence Okoli pay-per-view if Okoli beats Lebedev. You never know with Sky Sports, man, honestly. You never know. ABC Def, Belly's an overrated cunt. Yeah, man, he made a lot of money, you know, to be honest. He done very well for himself. You know, for a guy with the talent he had, he was like a good European level fighter. But you know, he got a lot more out of the sport than most people thought he would do, to be honest. I think an active Bellew would have beaten a Coley, but like now, I don't know, man. Bellew's been inactive. He's coming off a bad knockout defeat. I think he might struggle with a Coley's physicality, to be honest. I think Bellew's done, in my opinion. And the thing is about Bellew versus Okoli, yeah, Bellew could catch Okoli early with that left hook and take him out. That could happen. But Bellew at cruiserweight, in my opinion, gasses. You know, um, and you know, dealing with like a physically strong guy like Okoli, who's going to be mauling, who's going to be on top of him. I think Bellew gasses if he doesn't get him out of there early. To be honest. But I know I'm in a minority in regards to that fight. Most people think Bellew beats Okoli. I'm not so sure. Oh, D agrees with me. He's saying Bellew isn't smashing Okoli. Both he and Caldwell are vastly overrated. Yeah, I think Okoli has a good chance in that fight, I'll be honest. Again, I'm not ruling Bellew out. He could catch Okoli, but if a fight goes long, it favours Okoli, in my opinion. Okay, Copend09. I'm not a fan of calling for fighters to retire, but yeah, Sam Eggington should retire. Yeah, man, he's taken a lot of fucking punishment. A lot of punishment. And at 154, he really doesn't have that same durability, to be honest. At welterweight, he was a big guy who could absorb punishment, but at 154, he's going to get stopped every time he steps up. Every time. Nah, Ruben Guerrero, Vladimir knocks Price clean out. Clean out. Aobs, he thinks Okoli would TKO Bellew. Okay, there's a few of us then. Yeah, Simon Peters, that's a good point. BT are quite biased, to be honest. Sky just seems more. I don't know. Sky's like coverage just seems a lot more. I don't know how to describe it. Like obnoxious, maybe. It just seems more in your face kind of thing, and it grates on me a lot more. Yeah, Chris Hughes, I agree, man. Spence versus Crawford. That's the fight to make it welterweight, to be honest. Okay, McGregor's boxing news. I will get you in here. Or unrivaled, as we now call you. Just send you an invite, mate. One sec. ABC Def, Bellew probably still kisses Usyk in his dreams. Yeah, man, that was creepy after that fight. Bellew was definitely concussed. He definitely was. Okay, Hashman Boxing. I hope Reactport improves and gets step up fights better to watch than Okoli. Yeah, I like watching Reactport. Powerful guy, strong. He's fairly entertaining. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's a shame we're not going to get Reactport versus Isaac Chamberlain. That would have been a good fight. Exactly, Cop End. That's how I see it. Bellew's gas tank against a guy like a Coley is bad news because a Coley saps the life out of you. He really does. I don't know organics herbal supplements. I don't think Vladimir was a hype job by any means, man. He beat who he had to beat, really. It's a shame Wilder, Fury, and Joshua couldn't have come around a bit earlier, but they come in as Klitschko was kind of exiting. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, Lewis Hurley, Usyk knocking out Bellew was a highlight of 2018. Yeah, Cop End '09. I saw that Teslenko beat Fabio Maldonado by a decision. Maldonado must be fairly durable then because he's taken Rivas and Teslenko to the distance, so he must be fairly durable. I'll be honest though, Teslenko's early fights really impressed me, but recently he seems a bit. I don't know. I don't know. He needs to step up. He needs some good step up fights now. He's 16-0, I believe. Yeah, time to step him up. Dominic says, what do you make of Felix Cash? He seems okay, but he's really not been tested. I'm not sure. I think he's going to be a decent domestic fighter, but I can't see him going above that level, to be honest. What's good, McGregor?
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
Not too bad. Sorry yourself.
Yeah, man, getting there, decent.
That's good. I've had an absolute mare today.
Damn.
Huh?
Have you actually had a bad one?
Yeah. Oh man, I was editing the video for over 3.5 hours and the file's completely reset.
Oh shit, shit. It's a
I
pain in
was
the
doing
ass.
a I was doing a comedy video on Usyk,
Oh really?
editing all of his funniest moments and like his best stuff all together, and I was like editing in like major boxing clips and everything as well. And it was nearly done, and then boom, out of nowhere, files just
Damn.
reset. Computer turned itself off, and yeah, it reset to a different point. Like it kind of like system restored itself, so I'm missing like half the files that I had downloaded and everything.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
mad. That's mad.
that's
Shit. Sorry, man. That's fucking bad luck.
so I'm just like, fuck, I'm not even gonna make it now. There's
Damn.
no point, man. I was only doing it kind of because I was bored, and then it was like, oh, this. It was looking really good too, and I don't think we can make it that good again.
We've all missed out. We've all missed out. Damn.
You've definitely missed out on all the rapey moments and stuff. Like I've edited Kubra Pulev into clips just creeping up behind him with like the little scar face on him. Just
Damn.
lots of really good stuff.
Damn. 54 Trail Swan. Do you think sorry, do you think if Charlo beats Harrison, who's next? Hopefully Jarrett Hurd, Julian Williams winner, to be honest.
Yes, please.
That'd be a great fight. Really good fight.
Or if Harrison beats Charlo, maybe we can have
Yep.
Harrison versus the winner of that fight. Maybe
Yep.
Harrison can get revenge on
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Jarrett Horde.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think most people are going with Charlo in for a rematch, but Harrison, he can box, man. He's got a chance. Beat him already. So
Yeah, everybody's saying all Charlo needs to do is adjust. Do you not think Tony Harrison's gonna adjust, guys?
yeah.
I think he's actually just a better fighter than Charlo. Like he's just more skilled than Charlo.
Yeah, I think
He's a
he's
better
more
actual boxer.
I think he's got better boxing ability than Charlo. Charlo's just like bigger, stronger, more durable, better
Is
gas
he?
tank. I,
Is
I
he?
think he's
Is he stronger? I don't know, man. I don't think he's that strong.
I think he's physically stronger than Tony Harrison,
I
personally.
think I think Jamal is physically strong.
I think Jamel's fairly strong.
No, mate, Jamal's kind of like a world champion for a while, yeah, who was still kind of considered a prospect. This is an 11-year pro.
Yeah, that's true, It's true. Yeah, no, I just think physically Jamel's a bit like better off than Tony Harrison. Like more durable, he punches harder. I think he's got a better gas tank. I do think he's stronger, but like you say, I think Harrison's a more accomplished boxer. But yeah, that'd be a good. The rematch is going to be interesting. It really is. I'm looking forward to that actually. Hopefully, it gets announced. There's no reason that fight shouldn't have been announced by now. To be honest,
What you say?
there's no reason why Charlo Harrison rematch shouldn't have been announced by now. I
I
mean,
have no idea why it hasn't been
I
announced
know
now, other than bullshit.
they last fought in December, man. I mean, come on,
4
Jesus.
months.
Yeah, crazy how quickly it's gone. But yeah, 4 months ago now. So yeah, they need to get a move on. Um, yeah, Shepherd of Sons, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, Teslenko needs to start fighting better competition. To be honest, 16-0, time for a step up. Get him in there with somebody half decent.
How heavy is Teslenko?
I think when I saw him last, he was like around 220.
Yeah, yeah. He's
And
decent size heavy, man.
yeah, but when I first saw him, like I said earlier, he impressed me. But like recently, he seems to be like stagnating a bit.
What height is he?
About 6'5", I believe, 6'4", 6'5".
I'd like to see a nice prospect dust up. Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere. Teslenko get in there and give a good old fight and have a fight with Junior Va.
Yep. Good fight.
Let's get
Good
that
fight.
going.
Yeah,
Or
I'd take that 100%.
or even the He Hemia Heo.
Yep. Happy with that too. All of these prospect versus prospect fights, I'm happy with, man. I'm down for them, all of them.
Like
All of
Hemia
them.
Heo is 14-0 and he just fought Julius Long. Come on.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
exactly.
14th fight and you're fighting Julius Long.
Yeah. Okay, Aobs, he thinks Jarrett Hurd beats both Charlo brothers. Maybe Jamel,
Oh,
but Jamal, I'm not sure. I'm
that's
not
a
sure.
great fight. That's a very good fight. Jamal can box, that's the thing. He is
Yeah,
actually a good boxer.
and he
I
has
mean,
actual power.
he has got decent power. He's got a nice jab at him as well.
Yeah, I think I don't know when Jarrett Hurd moves up to middleweight. I don't know. I'm not sure it's going to work out well for him personally.
I think he's like the epitome of a world class weight bull.
Yeah, he's like a better version of Chavez Jr. in my opinion.
Oh, let's not even go there, man.
But but what I'm saying is like Chavez Jr. at 160, he got by purely on his size, and he got a few good wins from it. But as soon as he fought a guy his own size, I mean, he didn't take those punches as well as he did.
And then when he even fought guys who were smaller than him but world class, he got wrecked. Like
Exactly.
Canelo.
Like Funfara's not a big puncher at like heavyweight, to be honest.
Not a
Not
small
really.
puncher though.
No, he's like a middle of a
Mid
road.
range puncher. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but
He could knock you out. Like he could knock you out.
yeah, but like the way Chavez was taking his punches, kind of really said it all in my opinion. So I'm waiting to see Jarrett Hurd step up to middleweight to see what he's really like. To be honest, in terms of durability,
Yeah.
but that's going to come. Hurd's got to move up eventually. To be honest.
Jarrett Hurd's the greatest fighter of all time. Pound for
Ty,
pound, number one.
yeah, Tyrone Blake. He thinks Dave Allen beats David Price right now. I could see it, man. I could see it. If David Price hasn't got him out of there in 4 or 5 rounds, yeah, I can see that. I can see David Allen getting to him. That's the fight that's going to happen if Dave Allen wins, though, isn't it?
That's a great fight.
Yeah.
I like that fight.
So do I.
And honestly, I won't complain if it's headlining the O2. That'll put bums in seats.
Yeah.
Or even the Echo Arena, man.
Yeah, it's a good fight, man. Good fight.
Big up there in Liverpool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, it would be, yeah. I mean, David Price still has a fan base.
He does.
Yeah.
He puts bums in seats, man. I'm a fan of David Price. I'm not even gonna lie. He's a guilty pleasure, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's like it's like Car Crash TV, isn't it? You've just got to watch. So
Sure,
yeah.
probably one of your favourite fighters of all time is Amir Khan.
Yeah, you know I like Amir Khan, so
The only
yeah.
What do you think of the Twitter account, Deluded Khan?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
That's my favourite, man.
No, I like
Following that for over a year now.
it. Okay, D. Obianui, he says Andy Clark of Sky isn't biased. The rest of the commentary team are, though. Yeah, Andy Clark isn't that bad, to be fair. He's one of the better ones. He's. I think if Andy Clark was with a better bunch, he would really shine through. I think he knows a lot of stuff, and he loves boxing. It's clear, but the people around him don't help. Yeah,
Sky Sports is trash.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Let's just say it. Anna Woolhouse. Just go watch Toyan Bood. He'll tell you about her. Exactly. Tony Bellew's a hypocritical motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm getting wound up by Tony Bellew.
Like, never mind the whole stuff that you even tweeted about, like the whole Cash Ali shit.
Yeah.
Right. When Tony Bellew was fighting against Nathan Cleverly, he said in the first fight, I don't know if people can remember, he said, "I don't want you to make it out of this alive."
Yeah.
And then for the rest of his career, he's going up to people saying, "I want to make a home safe to me wife and kids." Oh, fuck out of here. Yeah. Oh, people who are on drugs, blah, 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 blah. Oh, they should be banned for life. Meanwhile, one of your best mates is one of the most fucking sought after drug cheats in the world.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying with Tony Bellew. He's a massive hypocrite. And I just think he's a scumbag, to be honest with you. Do you remember like the Cleverly 2 rematch when he said about Cleverly's apparent alleged AA meetings?
Yeah.
Remember that? That was
Yeah.
disgusting, man. I mean, come on, man.
And, and then his wife going out on the press with the homophobic shit and all that. Oh, fuck out of here, Tom.
Yeah, Tony Bellew's a hypocrite, man. Massive
Your
hypocrite.
best mate is a woman beater.
Exactly. The guy just needs to fall back. Listen, we all sometimes contradict ourselves, but Tony Bellew really he doesn't have any self awareness whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? It's just a joke.
And I've said it before, and I'm a Bellew fan.
Yeah. No, I liked watching him fight. I enjoyed his trash talk, but like, yeah, he needs to fall back. To be honest.
He's a,
Yeah.
do you want to know something? People hate me saying this. One of the most unbiased in terms of watching fighters fight, you'll kill me for saying this, is Carl Froch.
Do you reckon?
Carl Froch is biased when talking about anything to do with his own career
Yeah.
or fighters who've mentioned them. Other than that, if it's nothing to do with him, Carl Froch is actually like, I feel like he gives his honest opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he's a good commentator still, but yeah, maybe. Yeah.
He's not a good commentator. I didn't say good commentator. I said largely unbiased.
Yeah. I tell you who I
to do with
enjoyed.
himself.
Yeah, I'll tell you who was good on Sky, Andy Lee, when he was on the last show in London. I felt he was really good.
He's unbiased, but he won't make it there.
Yeah.
He won't make it at Sky Sports. He's not a shill.
Yeah, exactly.
Matthew Macklin, now that's a shill. He's a disgrace, he is.
Yeah, I don't like Matthew Macklin. Proper company man.
I want Matthew Macklin in the ring.
Okay, Coppind09, he's put a good comment in. What do you make of Dave Caldwell's comments on Boxing Social after the fight? Seemed to go really into town on Fowler. Really got the impression he doesn't like Fowler and he's only there for a paycheck. Yeah, did you see that interview?
I haven't.
It was really, really interesting. So he kind of alluded to Fowler's arrogance. You know, he went in there with a mindset that just Scott Fitzgerald couldn't touch him. And when things went a bit wrong, he wasn't mentally prepared to like deal with it because he just went in there with such arrogance that, you know, he wasn't ready for that type of fight and he got exposed. And yeah, basically he was alluding to Fowler's attitude, not his application. Like he said, he trains very hard, but his attitude was all wrong. Yeah, it's really revealing. Really good interview.
I like Dave Caldwell a lot. He's very honest, and I think nearly anybody he trains, it's going to be difficult unless he has a good rapport with them because you can tell he's the type of guy. Like, as much as we can give Tony Bellew shit or whatever, you can tell 1,000,000% he listens to every word his trainer tells him. Yeah. You can tell he abides by that. He's one of the old school type fighters. Yeah. Let's be real. He really does. He knows he needs someone to tell him what to do. So Caldwell's been in that position for years now.
Yeah. No, I agree. But no, watch that interview. Really interesting. Really good interview. And yeah, I kind of had that impression as well, Copend. It was like, it kind of almost, it almost seemed like, he didn't really like Fowler. But maybe I was reading into it wrong. But yeah, I kind of got that impression as well. But yeah, interesting interview. It's a really, really good watch.
I'm going to watch that. I'm definitely going. Who was interviewing him?
I think it was Rob Tebber. I think.
Rob Tebber? I don't know. If it was Rob Tebber, it doesn't really matter. Boxing Social do good interviews anyway. Good channel. Very good channel.
Yeah, he did. Maldonado, he fought in MMA, he fought Rampage Jackson, I think, as well.
Oh.
Yeah, Maldonado used to be a MMA fighter as well.
Oh, speaking of previous careers, Jenny Sushi used to be a stripper.
Yeah, I know.
Did you know that?
Yeah, well, I didn't need to know that, mate. I could fucking tell that, to be honest.
No, 100% actually used to be a stripper.
Yeah, not surprised, mate, in all honesty.
There was an interview with our former manager at the nightclub on the YouTube channel like yesterday. Great stuff.
Nice.
He really went into the lowdown on the chick and he has like proof and everything. Crazy.
Yeah, she's a crazy broad, man. Crazy.
I hope she goes to prison.
Yeah, same. It's not going to happen, but yeah.
We're starting the hashtag #HimToo movement.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Can can we get a fist emoji in the chat for the brother Pulev who's been taken down? Who's been taken down by the Me Too movement? Hashtag him too. We're united. Can we get the fist bump in the chat for brother Pulev?
Yeah, DLB knew he's sick. He's saying, "What about Jarrett Hurd versus Ted Cheeseman? He'd like to see that public execution." Jesus, that'd be brutal, man.
Do you know what I'd like to see? I'd love to see. This is just me, right? I'd love to see Beterbiev against Amir Khan.
Fucking hell.
you want brutal? I actually believe he could murder Amir Khan.
Oh, he could take his life. Yeah, that'd be some serious shit.
As much as I don't rate him as an overall boxer, pound for pound punch wise, he's up there.
Yeah,
he's up there.
But he's a massive puncher. Yeah,
that jab alone is sickening, man. That jab can knock people out.
Yeah, his jab is a power punch. Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like getting a right hook.
Yeah, mad punch. Nah, boxing brains. I don't think Gashi has much of a chance against Chisora. I think he can have success early on. He's a quicker guy, but I think Chisora walks him down eventually. Don't know about you, but yeah, I think Gashi's there to kind of get knocked out.
You know what? It'll be fun while it lasts.
Yeah, that's how I see it. I think Gashi's one of those guys. He's there to make it fun while it lasts, but he's there to get knocked out.
He's not a great boxer, but he can fight. Yeah. He's all right at fighting. And here's the thing. Derek Chisora, he's a good boxer, but he's a tremendous fighter.
Yeah.
Like, he's a proper rugged fighter. And if Gashi headbutts Chisora, he ain't going down like Schwartz. He's headbutting him back.
Yeah.
So
that's it. Yeah. No, I agree.
I could see Gashi winning this by DQ. Chisora like suplexes him through a table or something. Like, I'm not even joking, man.
Clotheslines over the rope, yeah.
Oh, that'd be... Yo, could you imagine Chisora saying, "This is my last fight" or something against somebody, and he has them against the ropes, and he runs back and he hits them with the rock bomb, and goes for the people's elbow or something? You'd love it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Now, Johnny Boy, he's saying he'd be happy if Vladimir comes back to pimp slap Ortiz. In fairness, though, like, that's probably a fairer fight because Ortiz is about 45 himself, so...
That's a good fight, though. That's the thing. It's a fight we've been calling for 8 years now. But I'm just going to say this.
I'll be honest. Prime for prime, Vlad's all wrong for Ortiz.
Mate, prime for prime, Vlad is wrong for nearly everybody out there. Prime for prime.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but I don't think Prime Fury beats Vlad. I think Vlad would have been able to win that. I think he would have knocked him out.
I agree. I think Fury would always give Vladimir problems because of the style. But I think, you're right. I think eventually...
I think Vlad under Emmanuel Stewart would have knocked him out.
Yeah, so
Manny would have been like, "You gotta knock out this fat fuck! You gotta knock him out!"
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I always go back to that fight. I mean, look at what round 11... I think it was round 11. Vladimir let his hands go for one bit, and he had success, and he kind of buzzed Fury. Under Stewart, Stewart wouldn't have let that happen. He wouldn't have let Vladimir get back to that stage of a fight without, trying to take a bit more initiative.
Also, I believe the way Vlad fought against Joshua, he would have beat Fury. I think he would have stopped him.
Okay, do you think so?
I do, because he was much more... He was moving. He looked like he was training to fight Fury. He looked like he was mixing it up to the body and the head. He was fighting Joshua how he was going to fight Fury. I believe that. And the way he was fighting...
Yeah.
I'm not saying Joshua was better than Fury by any means. I just think Klitschko would have knocked him out.
Yeah. And also, though, the thing is with that Joshua version of Vladimir, I do think Vladimir was ring rusty. I felt his timing was way off at times. I felt his timing.
Yeah, but it didn't really matter because look at Joshua's timing in comparison.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I think the Pulev Vladimir would knock Joshua Spark out, in my opinion.
It's a high probability.
Yeah, but obviously it wasn't the one we got, so we can't go back and say, "Oh, he would have done that."
Exactly.
We got what we got.
Vlad is dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Vlad, people will like look at Vlad's resume and say blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, the man's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, 100%.
At the end of the day, and a deserved one in my opinion. He beat everyone bar his brother. Every single fighter he could have fought in his era,
Yeah,
bar his brother, and maybe Deontay Wilder. And towards the end of his era, like when he's 40, he was fighting literally the next guys who are now superstars.
yeah. But even Wilder, man, the Wilder thing wasn't his fault. Wilder's team said they weren't going to take that fight because I think Shelley Finkel knew because obviously he worked with Vlad as well. I think he knew Deontay weren't ready. So
Good
that,
old Shelley.
yeah, good old Shelley. Yeah, I mean, I think he wanted both. Obviously, he had two hands in the pie, didn't he, at that time? So why would he want those guys to fight?
He probably had a lot more in the point.
Exactly, sick fuck. Did you see? Speaking of sick fucks, little segment on Adam Smith. Did you see that video of Adam Smith on Twitter when in the weigh-in for Fitzgerald Fowler?
I did actually, yeah, I did.
Sick
Oh
fuck.
Jesus!
And it wasn't the fact that he just started staring and following him like back, like his head was following him as he walked off. But it was the fact when he turned around, looks at the camera, and lets out a little like smile.
A little
Yeah.
Roy bicycle seat sniff and smile.
Yeah, he knew he got caught. He knew he got rumbled, man. Sick fuck.
Is he married? Is Adam Smith married?
Yeah, I think he is.
No, he's not.
He's got a fag hag. Yeah, he has.
Who settled down with him?
A fag hag.
Who settled down with him?
Man, it's crazy. That video was mad. It's like, that's crazy. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I couldn't stop laughing. I was creasing because I was at work, and mate, I just couldn't stop laughing. So fucking funny. Oh, mate. Okay, Copindo 9. Apparently on boxing scene, it looks like Martinez versus Charlie Edwards is going to happen next. Yeah, the guy who beat Andrew Selby. Good fight.
Good fight. Very good fucking fight. I know some people will be disappointed Andrew Selby didn't get the win, but Martinez, he comes to fight and he hits hard and he goes to the body.
Yeah.
But the other thing, very, very, very good at cutting that ring off.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed
also
that against
fast.
Selby. His feet are quite quick, aren't they?
Excessively.
Yeah, and Selby's feet are quick, so the fact that he closed that distance as effectively as he did, yeah, it's quite impressive.
Oh, yeah. One of my guys who's like a real, like, I'm just going to call them the little leagues, yeah?
Yeah.
He's a real, like, little leagues aficionado now that he really knows the little leagues. He was telling me that Edwards is in trouble against Gonzalez, like, big time believes he's in trouble.
Okay.
Against Martinez.
Going to be interesting to see the odds on that fight if it happens.
Because if the odds aren't close, man, and they have Charlie a bit of a favour here, I'm not going to be shying away from putting a couple £100 down.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
Yeah.
I won't be shying away from that if it's like 4 or 5 to 1. Like a 5 to 1 or just won me $6,000. Well, I tell you what happened, by the way. Because I was even saying I believe Fowler would win on your stream and even on my own.
Yeah.
So after that, I went and I was looking at their gloves are off thing. And I saw that Fowler was really emotional.
Yeah.
Really emotional. And when I say emotional, he brought up his girlfriend about what Fitzgerald said about his girlfriend. He said, if you ever say anything about my girlfriend, I'll kill you stone fucking dead. Right? Yeah. He went mad. I was like, yo, he's in his head. He is in his head. And as it was there and I was looking on it and Sky said it was 5 to 1, I was like, you know, screw it. I've got 1,500 there. And I said, well, I'll leave 300 for the Smith because I had 1,500 in the Sky betting account. So I just went, right, I'll put 1,200 down just for the crack. Won $6,000. I was like, fuck it. Then I picked Liam Smith to win group round betting 4 to 6 at £300 as well.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
Man, what a night.
Not bad at all, man.
I'm going to be stopping by Harrods in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, Copindo 9. Yeah, good question. Where's David Price's famous power people keep talking about? He's not even dropping area level fighters now. Yeah, good point. Good point. He still hits hard, but I think his finishing is terrible, David Price.
I think David Price has a lot of power. I don't think he has legitimate one-punch knockout power, and I don't believe David Price has what you would call any finishing instincts whatsoever.
Yeah,
But if
agreed.
you just
Agreed.
look at his jab and his body shots on Ali, they were hurting and they were hitting hard. They
Hmm.
were hitting him hard. Ali's never actually been even shook in a fight. I will say that Ali's a durable kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
and he's sparred a lot of guys as well. Yeah.
yeah, so, but,
The thing
and
is,
when he
though,
was, I
sorry,
don't
mate.
think he has a knockout power, but he
Yeah.
can hit. He
The
can
thing
hit.
is, do you know the thing that annoyed me about that fight? Ali was losing, right? But in round five, he was getting to David Price. David Price was gassing. I mean, yeah, he got hurt, but like if he saw that through and got through the round, man, Price was kind of he was waning. He was there for the taking. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he
And,
did that.
and I'm just saying, you could see that he was gassed because when they landed on the ground, yeah, and Ali got back up and David Price was trying to get up, I counted, right?
Mm,
It took David Price 18 seconds to make it to his feet
yeah.
because of exhaustion.
No, yeah, exactly.
18 seconds, lads.
Yeah,
He
I'm
was,
not. Yeah, I'm not saying Ali would have definitely won it, but there was a
he could
sufficient
have.
chance. Yeah, he could have won
He
it.
could.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, ABC Def. Yeah, Bellew said some disgusting things about Cleverly and his addictions. Yeah, he did. And yeah, D agrees. He says Bellew's full of shit. Yeah, yeah, Cleverly's all right, man. He always comes across quite well, in my opinion. It was
Do you know
almost
Bellew's
showing.
still sparring, by the way, right?
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Who's he sparring?
He's just, I've been hearing rumors that he was sparring a little bit with Parisi to get him ready for Ali.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, mate. In all honesty. Okay, so kind of lost where I was in the comments. In all honesty, but for
It's
something
hard to keep up,
it's
isn't it?
hard to keep up, man. It really is hard to keep up. Um, okay, Hashman Boxing. He says Vitali is better than Vladimir. Your thoughts? My thoughts are controversial on that. I think Vladimir would beat Vitali. Best version of Vlad versus best version of Vitali. I think Vitali could get outboxed. To be honest, I think Vladimir is better technically, punches harder, all round more talented. Not as tough as Vitali, but I think Vladimir is a better fighter, more technical, more talented. I think he's a better fighter. I think he'd beat Vitali. What about you? And also, by the way, I want to carry on. Actually, sorry. People always say, "Oh, Vitali had better heart than Vladimir." Really? I'm not so sure about that. All of Vladimir's defeats, bar Fury, the ones he got stopped in, he always tried to fight on. He kept on trying to fight on. But Vitali, I mean, he pulled out against Chris Bird. I don't think Vladimir would have. I really don't. So I'm not sure, man. I think Vitali would get beat by Vladimir. That's just my opinion, though. I know that's like the more unpopular opinion, but I think Vladimir, is better than Vitali, and his resume is better as well.
Okay.
What about you? Who do you think? Who do you think's better, Vitali or Vlad? Let's say they fought. Who would you pick? Who do you think's better?
I'd pick Vitali to beat Vlad.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I just think Vlad gets underrated,
I
and I
don't
think
underrate Vlad.
I think
I
Vitali
think they're
gets
both very
overrated.
good fighters. I don't underrate or overrate Vitali. So here's my opinion, right? And it's very simple. I think Vitali was better at fighting bigger guys than Vladimir was. Guys his own size.
Right.
And I think there are similarities in terms of how Vladimir fought to some extent to how Lennox Lewis fought
Yeah.
in terms of being dominant behind the jab. And Vitali wasn't fully fit for that Lewis fight, but he was fucking Lewis up. And I know Lewis wasn't fully prepared for that fight either. But I personally think Lewis was a better fighter than Vlad ever was. And I
Yeah.
think that's my main reason as to why I think Vitali would probably stop Vladimir Klitschko, because I actually think he's much more mentally dangerous than Vladimir.
Hmm.
And I think an emotional thing is I don't think Vlad would have the same level of predatory instincts against his brother as Vitali would against his brother.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true, but yeah, that's a good point as well. I think mentally, Like Vitali's more aggressive. I think he's more durable, but I think certain attributes of Vladimir's game gets underrated. I wouldn't say Vitali has more heart than Vladimir. I really wouldn't.
I didn't say he has more
Yeah,
heart.
no, but you see that conversation come up regularly.
I think they both have a tremendous amount of heart.
Yeah,
If I'm being honest with you,
I
I think
think
they
one.
fight to the end.
Yeah, one thing I think Vitali. I don't know. Vladimir doesn't deal with crisis well, but he still keeps on fighting. He doesn't deal with crisis well though. But I can get what people are saying, but I've never felt Vladimir lacked heart.
Who do you think has the better chin?
Oh, Vitali.
Can you see Vladimir's power being capable of knocking out Vitali?
Yeah, I mean Vladimir is a damn big puncher. If he connects enough, of course he could.
If
I mean,
But can you see Vitali knocking out Vlad?
yeah, I could.
Big time.
Yeah, but if they fought 10 times, I reckon Vladimir beats him more times than Vitali does. That's just my opinion. I'll just rate Vladimir a bit higher, but that's just my opinion. But it's a good conversation. They're both different fighters. Both guys have got different strengths. But yeah, would be interesting. Yeah, Tom
We got
Wild.
robbed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that was related.
We got robbed because that was a tremendous fight.
Yeah,
Because even now, that'll divide people 50-50, mate.
yeah,
Or 60-40.
yeah. Adam, yeah, Tom Wild. He agrees. Adam Smith's a strange guy. Yeah, strange guy. Yeah,
As for resume, by the way, I think they both have pretty piss poor resumes.
they do. But like David Hay's got a better one. Sorry, Vladimir's got a better one. He's got guys like David Hay, Povetkin.
I don't rate
Peter.
David Hay.
Yeah, but I don't rate Chris Ariola and Albert Sosnowski and people like that. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you this right now, and people can kill me for this. The Ariola who lost to Vitaly Klitschko, that Ariola beats David Hay.
No,
That lost to Vlad. Beats to David Hay. That lost to Vlad. David Hay wouldn't have stopped Ariola, and Ariola could have stopped him.
No, David Hay could have stopped Ariola.
No, he couldn't.
Yeah, I think he could have.
No, he couldn't.
Ariola.
David Hay, as soon as he got hit by Ariola, would have fucking been triggered.
I can't see it, mate. I think Hay would have bashed him up, to be honest. I mean, this is a guy who got outboxed by Thomas Adamek. I know Adamek was a great fighter, but he wasn't a heavyweight. And I know, yeah, David Hay wasn't a big heavyweight, but he had heavyweight power. I think he would have taken care of Ariola personally.
He didn't have big heavyweight power.
He hit hard enough to knock out Chisora, who's durable.
Doesn't mean you have heavyweight power.
He hits hard. No, he hits hard enough to knock people out at heavyweight, 100%.
Yeah, but I don't think he had heavyweight power. I think he had a lot of speed and a lot of beefed up muscle power from cruiserweight.
No, I just don't see Ariola doing it.
Because he didn't one-punch Chisora. That was he landed about 60 clean shots on Chisora in that fight, and eventually Chisora fell.
Yeah.
Remember that. Just remember that.
Still did it, though. And that's another thing. Like, that's another thing. Like, if David Hay does get Ariola hurt, I think he'd finish him, to be honest.
Possibly. Look, I just don't rate David Hay like that, man.
No, don't get me wrong. At heavyweight, his reign was overrated. I agree with you, but like,
what reign? What reign?
No, you're right. But I mean, what did Ariola do?
I don't know, but like at least he didn't fucking claim a. Look, at least he didn't claim a fake world title and say that he was the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, but loads of fighters have done stuff like that.
At least he didn't say take both of the Klitschko's heads.
Ariola fucking beat him. Sorry,
David Hay.
David Hay would beat him. Sorry, yeah.
David Hay is just a great salesman. Shit heavyweight. Tremendous cruiserweight. Shit heavyweight. Who's his best win at heavyweight? Valuev,
Chisora. That's it, really, isn't it?
Got beat twice by Tony Bellew.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but I still like Hay like 2010, 2009, Hay beats Ariola.
All right.
In my opinion. In my opinion.
Does 2009 David Hay beat Ruslan Shagoyev?
I think it's 50-50, to be honest.
David Hay wasn't very good against Southpaws.
It's true. It's a very interesting fight, actually. That's a fight that never really got talked about.
It's a fight they should have fucking
Good
talked about.
shout. Good shout, man. Povetkin would have knocked David Hay clean out. I'll tell you that much.
Povetkin would have killed David Hay, man. Fucking hell.
He would have knocked David Hay clean out. It's a shame we never saw David Hay fight other guys other than Vladimir.
Interesting, we never got to see David Hay fight Marco Huck.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's fights out there that David Hay, should have taken. Yeah, I agree.
And before people start saying, well, David Hay moved up to heavyweight, David Hay was fighting at heavyweight when Marco Huck fought Povetkin.
Yeah, that's a good shout. It's a good shout. Okay, Glenn Mash. He wouldn't mind seeing Lucas Brown spark Dave Allen. Yeah, I can see your point.
I'd love to see him spark him, but I'd also love to see Dave Allen spark Lucas Brown, man.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not really a big fan of either guy. If I'm being completely honest, not really.
Del, if the first round kicked off, yeah, and the two of them just started throwing bombs, and Dave Allen got dropped, and he got up, and then in the second round he dropped Lucas Brown, you wouldn't shut up about that fight for about 6 months.
Yeah, true. It should be a good little brawl, but yeah, man, I'm not so sure about that.
Lucas Brown ain't training for a brawl. Did you see how he was fighting against Sokolovsky, hitting him on the jab, setting up shots and trying to move? Terrible. He was trying to move in that fight. He's looking to try and box Dave Allen.
Yeah, he's going to try and get him behind that jab. He's trying to fight like he did against Shagayev, using his feet, using that jab. Yeah, yeah. I saw that in that Sokolovsky fight as well. But he's lost a step and he's not on steroids anymore. Tone says David Allen will make Lucas Brown look like Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, but there's a chance. There is a chance that Lucas Brown will make Dave Allen look like Henry fucking Armstrong.
Mike Tyson. Yeah, exactly.
I would love to see Dave Allen just run in and just throw everything at him.
Yeah, I want to see a brawl. I want to see someone get knocked spark out. I want to see someone get knocked spark out to the point where it's hard for like Sky to sell them again, to be honest. Bored of these guys. I mean, some of these guys just take the piss, turning up out of shape, taking up TV slots.
Adam Smith isn't happy about this fight either. Have you noticed that? No, he's been complaining about it. He doesn't think it should be a headline at the O2.
Yeah. The thing is with that show, if the main event was good, that'd be a great co-main, and it would have been a good card. But the main event, I mean, it's lacking, isn't it? Like either Chisora Gashi or Alan Brown is quite substandard in my opinion, but pretty poor.
I'll be honest with you. I think Chisora main eventing against, I don't know. If it was main event, who could we put him in main event? Michael Hunter?
Yeah.
That'd be a good main event for like a free Sky card.
Okay. No, that's an interesting fight, yeah. It's a good shout. I mean, who else is there? Don't even know.
Manuel Char?
Manuel Char. Good shout. Yeah. Trevor Bryan, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's guys out there.
Rematch with Takam?
Yeah, rematch with that's a good shout. That people will want to see that again. Yeah,
what about Povetkin? What about giving Povetkin a headline? Povetkin Shazard. I'd watch that. Yeah, I'd watch the fuck out of that actually.
They could have done a better job. They could have got a better opponent than Gashi, to be honest.
I think that's the only reason why the argument is that Dave Allen and Lucas Brown is headlining. Nobody knows who the fuck Sam Gashi is.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Hashman? How you doing, mate?
I'm tired and I'm aching. What? I'm good.
No, nice one. Did you?
You've been training too, bro?
I boxed yesterday in amateurs.
All right.
Oh, well done,
How'd you
man.
get on?
How did you get on?
Third round stoppage.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice
man.
one, mate.
Good. It's on Instagram if you guys want to see.
What's your amateur record at?
I've only had 6 amateur fights. I've won all of them. I stopped 3 people.
Nice,
All right,
man.
not bad. You're doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I'm doing well.
Nice. Yeah, drop your Instagram in the chat if you want to, mate.
There's a boxing channel called Reeks Boxing. He posted the highlights of it.
Oh, nice. I'll have a look at
Yeah,
that,
I'll
mate.
send
I'll watch that, man. I'll watch that.
you. Type in Reeks_boxing on Instagram. You'll see the highlights on there.
Is
Nice.
that Reek spelt REEKS?
REEKZ_boxing.
All right. No, fair play to you, man. 6 points. How long have you been? When did you start your first amateur fight? Was it last year or the year
Um,
before?
my first amateur fight was March last year.
Not bad. You're
I
doing well.
wanted to be more busy, but some injuries and I left my amateur club, and it took a couple months to get my area sorted.
Yeah, I
It's good.
understand.
It's good. I train at Fisher Boxing Club, same Cheeseman box there.
Okay,
No, I
nice.
know. I know it.
Yeah.
Nice. No,
Yeah.
fair play, mate. Fair play. And yeah, congratulations on the win, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
And yeah, what did you make of the boxing this weekend?
It was good. Fitzgerald Fowler fight was excellent.
Yeah, it's good,
I
man.
knew that was gonna be a good scrap.
Yeah, I was surprised with the result. I felt it'd be good while it lasted, but yeah, I was really surprised with Fitzgerald pulling it off. To be honest, he boxed well though.
You know what? After the 5th round, I fancied Fitzgerald to beat him because I saw Fowler tiring after the 4th.
Yeah, he loaded up too much, didn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Fowler's got a nice jab, decent jab.
Yeah,
I like his jab, but his hand's a bit too low.
yeah.
Do you know what
no
Fitzgerald
left
has,
hand,
though?
Yeah,
Fitzgerald has a tremendous lead hook, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
he
does.
does. Yeah,
He does.
That lead hook is vicious.
and I liked like his body punching in that fight was like subtle but effective. Like you
Yeah,
could tell, there's a couple of moments where Fitzgerald landed some good body shots, and it really sucked the air out of Anthony
yeah.
Fowler.
And
Um,
and his elbows were tucked in as well.
yeah,
When
yeah,
people thought a lot of those commentators thought Fowler was working the body, but really he wasn't. Like everything was blocked. Like Fitzgerald was blocking everything.
yeah, yeah. He boxed well, man. He maintained like really good composure.
Fowler's he got what he was looking for, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy because the way when he first called out Fitzgerald and he was talking all this crap. Oh, I want this guy next and all this stuff and saying he's gonna smash him. You're shit.
Yeah,
You was a second option in Commonwealth Games. All this stuff. I'm gonna smash him to four. Like arrogance. Like
yeah, yeah. I mean, Dave Coldwell basically said that in the post-fight interview.
Dave Caldwell. When I was watching a ring walk, and Dave Caldwell was trying to tell him to shut up every time he was smiling, and
Yeah,
you saw it when he was
yeah,
eating. Dave Caldwell was like, chill. I saw it there. Caldwell looked pissed.
yeah. It's getting too gassed, wasn't he? And yeah, it was his undoing, wasn't it? I mean, he went into that fight believing Fitzgerald couldn't do anything, and when he started to have success, Fowler just couldn't deal with it mentally
Yeah,
because he kind of set himself up on this pedestal, and when anything went wrong, he wasn't really prepared for it.
he thought you could get Fitzgerald and blast him out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the same as amateur boxing.
No, no. And D, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. D in the super chat. We need we got 21 watching. We need I'd say 200 likes. Come on, lads. But no, thank you, D man. And yeah, like you're right though. Like Fowler, he just went in there with like the completely wrong mindset, and the things people were criticizing him for came to roost, really. You know, but yeah, good win for Fitzgerald. What did you make of David Price, Cash Ali?
Oh, that was a good fight.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as
I
well.
actually liked it. A lot of people I actually liked it, but Cash Ali's an idiot. He had him
Yeah,
going. He had him going, and then Price caught him with the right hand. and then he just first I didn't know there was a bite. I thought he was just holding a bit too long, and then when the referee waved it off, I was like, "This is such a Sky Sports
Fix up,
match
yeah.
fix up." I was like, "Why would you stop it? Like, come on!" But then I saw him; he was biting him. Like.
Mad, isn't it? Like, that's what I'm saying, though. I know Cash Ali got hurt, but like David Price was gassing him round 5.
You see, I told you, Del Boy. I'm telling you, David Price's power is overrated. A lot of people say, "Oh, he's the biggest punch in Eddie Hearn." Like, he's got good power, but it's not amazing power. Like, he's got one punch KO power.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, because if he did, he would have taken out Cash Ali.
And exactly, he doesn't really knock people's spark out, does he?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Obviously, before Tony Thompson, he was getting people out of there. He was smashing people, but they were British level, underneath British level.
Yeah.
And he had more confidence back then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I definitely know how hard he hits. I personally do actually know how hard he hits.
What do you rate it? Like, is it super powerful or just like?
You can take it.
Yeah.
It's the type of power that knocks you backwards, but it's not the type of power that hurts you.
Right. Okay.
I felt it, and it can knock you out of your stride.
Yeah.
And it can make you think, but he doesn't have legitimate knockout dangerous power.
Yeah, and then the way, what's his name again? Eddie Hearn. Every time in his interview, he's probably the biggest puncher. Like, come on, man, why do you always say this? So annoying. Do you not know who Deontay Wilder is?
Yeah, I know. He's selling
Annoying.
wolf tickets,
Of course
isn't it?
it is.
Like, just selling wolf tickets. I mean, even a guy like Dominic Brazil, one punch knockout power. Who hits harder? I mean, I've seen Dominic Brazil knock people stone dead. I mean, look at his last fight with Carlos Negron. Look at that knockout.
I think Brazil probably punches harder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I reckon he does.
And the way, what's his name again? The guy who fought before.
Ngannou. Yeah.
Ngannou was dominating him. He was hitting him with hard shots. He was about to take him out. Then once, bang, he just dropped him. The first
Exactly.
Did you see it? The first
Brazil
one?
hits like a bill, but he hits like a bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
you're
wouldn't be
probably
surprised.
right.
I think. Would you guys say Brazil is the biggest? Actually, who's a bigger puncher, Ortiz or Brazil?
I'd say Brazil, in all honesty. One punch,
Do you
I think Brazil has
Do you
more power.
think? Do you think Brazil is the biggest punch in heavyweight Wilder's fought?
No, I think Wilder has a bigger one punch than he does.
No. I mean, in opponent wise, for Wilder.
You can make the argument.
Biggest punching opponent for Wilder. Yeah.
Thurman?
No, not Stavern. Stavern's an accumulation guy. I've never seen Stavern one punch on any man.
It's a bit dangerous for Wilder if he makes a mistake.
Someone's getting knocked out in that fight, spark out, and I think it's going to be Dominic Brazil, but it's going to be fun while it lasts because Brazil's going to go there to fight.
Wilder should just box him, and then when the KO comes, it comes.
Yeah.
Just don't force anything, because that's what happened in Ngannou. What's it? Ngannou.
Yeah.
I agree. He was forcing it against Brazil, and then Brazil bang, right hand dropped him.
Yeah, because you could tell in that fight, Ngannou, like, he had the ability to outbox Brazil, but like you say, he was forcing the pace too much. He was looking for that knockout. He got careless and he got caught.
And the thing is, yeah, in experience, when you get someone hurt and you look for the knockouts, you're always throwing wild swing hooks. There, sometimes your form gets out of the window, and those punches are not effective. They can be slapping punches, forearms. That's probably what happens. But for Wilder, he just take you out. Any slap or any weak or a turning punch, he would just take you out.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Wilder can throw something from Texas and knock you out in New York,
man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, Glenn Mash in the chat, he's saying Eddie Hearn's going to give Cash Ali another chance. He's already said it. Tom Little versus Cash Ali incoming. Yeah, I could see that, I could see that being on like a pay-per-view undercard, like deep on an undercard.
Fuck's sake.
But you could see it, couldn't you? You could see it.
I don't like the Eddie Hearn card so far. A lot of people probably like, but that's getting worse, man.
I mean, I enjoyed the Liverpool card, but before that, man, it's been pretty poor, to be
I
honest.
think the Liverpool card, in terms of competitiveness, except for the main event, has been the best card he's done this year.
Yeah,
Yep,
I agree. Did you
because
guys see
yeah,
the Philip Bowes Tom Farrell fight on the
I've
YouTube?
not seen it yet. I've not seen it.
Tom Farrell got schooled proper,
Yeah,
absolute schooled.
fair play to Philip Bowes though. He's come back well because he
You know
was.
what? I think Philip Bowes is very underrated. You know, like if you see the fights he's lost is if he was a home fight, he would have got the decision.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't he in the same camp as O'Hara Davis? Or he
No,
was?
trains at the same gym, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he trains at West Ham.
yeah. No, he's decent,
He-
man.
he-
He's decent,
He's a good southpaw. I think he has a chance against Robbie Davis. I really do.
bro. I felt he lost that. Robbie Davis.
Robbie Davis is overrated, man. I don't see anything amazing.
Yeah.
In. Well, he's done well for British European.
Can someone explain to me? I just want this explained to me. Why Liam Smith and Eggington main evented, a non-title fight was the co-feature, and the European light heavyweight and British title fights were the second fight on the card. Can
Crazy,
anyone
innit?
explain that to me?
Liam is probably a bigger name. Probably that's.
Yeah. Boundless Boxing Talk. Thank you very much, man. And he's gone in the super chat. He's saying Postal versus Mamoon, 27th of April. That's a good fight.
It's a good fight.
Yeah, Mamoon beat Eggington. He scored him.
I think Postal will win.
Yeah, I've got Postal, but I think Mamune's he's a threat. He can box, man. He doesn't have
I
power.
like Mamunia, but against Egerton he looked a bit in. He won the fight, but I didn't see anything that Postal can't handle.
Yeah.
When are we going to talk about my hopes and dreams being shattered by David Avenese?
Oh,
Yeah. Did you see that fight?
I didn't watch
Mhm.
it. No, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's
I
a
heard-
really good fight, man. I know it's got like Spanish commentary, but really good fight.
I thought when I saw someone got stopped in the night, I was like, oh, yeah, Evanescence got destroyed. I was
Nah.
but what's his name again? Laraga.
Thurman Lacharaga.
Yeah, I thought I was like, oh yeah, probably Evanescence probably got destroyed. But then when I read it properly, I was like, what? Laraga got beat.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was kind of sure that Lejaraga was going to win that. I think
You know
I
what?
think-
You've heard me talk about Kerman.
yeah.
You know what I hate,
Yeah.
Doughboy, do you know what I hate?
What's that?
You know certain fighters like Lewis Ritson or Laraga, when they get beat at this level, like I would like to get them to get beat at against someone that is a good fighter. Like obviously Evanescence is good, but like a known like in a 50-50 fight, a lot of fans will see. Not these step up fights. You know what I mean? That's what's annoying about boxing, but anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, the odds going into this fight, I think Avanesian was like 6-1 at one point. Like, you could have made some money on Avanesian.
Man, I thought Laraga was a beast, man.
Yeah, same. He can come back, man, but like that was a tough fight for him. He took a lot of punishment.
The thing is, if he's losing to Evanescence, no disrespect, Evanescence is a good fighter, but if he's losing to Evanescence, who's not in his prime, who's been beaten a couple times and been stopped by Kavalauskas, what level would you
He's
say
coming off of a loss to Kavalauskas.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, but one thing about Avenesian after watching that fight, yeah, Kelly would have got murked.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think that's a tough fight for Kelly, man.
I don't think so. I think Kelly would beat him.
I would still pick Kerman Laharaga to beat Kelly.
I just don't trust Kelly's power, and I don't trust his ability to make the weight healthily.
You know
To be
what?
honest.
The thing about Kelly is we just don't know until we see him against a good fighter.
Yeah,
Because you will see, I've seen a lot of these fights, flashy, skillful, hands down, and then when they get to the level,
I want him to get a new trainer, man.
but that's Adam Booth's style. You know what I mean? That's his style.
I don't care
Yeah.
about his style. I don't like the fact that if you're a fighter with Adam Booth, you have to abide by his diet plans. So you have to go vegan.
do you actually?
Yep.
So,
I
You
didn't know
have to.
that. Damn.
oh yeah, David Hay was vegan, right?
Yeah, that's mad.
David
I
Hay
didn't
went
know that.
vegan during that. Roy Burnett, Kelly as well. They've talked about it as well. Have to go vegan and under Adam Booth and everything.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what's? I watched an interview on Bernard Hopkins. It just came out recently. He was talking about diets. He said it's not. It's better to be a vegan after boxing for to live a healthier life. But during boxing, physical sport, I think it's not good for the body.
Mm. Yeah.
The work that it needs, the protein, enough protein, and how the body works. Like, I suggest not a lot of people shouldn't be vegan as a boxer, but it is what it is.
Unless you've been vegan your entire life.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. D in the chat, he's saying he's back in the super chat. Salute to Admiral Delboy and the whole non-LDBC. Fair play. Fair play.
Shout out to those super chats. How many likes? We need to get that likes up. All those likes up. Shout outs to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was surprised. I never knew that though. Adam Booth.
Mm-hmm.
That's mad. I knew David Hay was a vegan, but I thought that was on him. Never knew it was down to Adam Booth. That's mad.
He wasn't a vegan before Adam Booth, and he stopped being a vegan after Adam Booth.
Bro, I can't. I couldn't give up chicken. Fuck being a world champion. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck that. Crazy. Yeah.
You fight under Adam Booth, you need to go vegan. Same thing with George Groves. George Groves actually spoke about that.
Mm. Yeah, D's good shout. Yeah, Tim Bradley, he was a vegan during fight camp. Yep.
I just don't see it like vegan. It's all right, but I don't know.
Nah, we both box, man. We both box.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've done lots of different diets and everything. For me, like, I need to have my chicken in my diet, man. I'll be honest with you, as a heavyweight, I need to have some steak.
Yeah.
You know what?
The
It's like if you're in camp and you've been working weeks on weeks on weeks, yeah, and then you fight and you win, you just want to get a nice pizza, burger, like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
You can't like.
Do you know what my favorite post-fight meal is?
What?
Honest to God, my favorite post-fight meal ever.
Yeah.
Is buffalo chicken wings and like just a large massive pizza and a box of wedges. I love it, man.
McGregor, Mikey Garcia always eats pizza just before he fights, every fight.
Really?
Yeah, but Mikey Garcia is a fat shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was watching Robert Easter a few hours before the Robert Easter fight, and he was eating a pizza, and then I saw the Adrian Broner who's eating a pizza, and then when he fought Errol Spence was eating a pizza. He always does it every single fight.
That's mad.
It's mad. I was like, what the hell is he doing? But it's probably
A superstition as well, isn't it?
and
Probably.
also like he's been training hard, and it's the day of the fight. Overnight he wants to put on a bit of weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
It's not always a bad thing.
No.
If you've had a clean diet and then the day after the weigh-in, eat what you want.
Yeah. No, yeah, Boundless Boxing Talk in the chat, by the way. He's got a channel, so check him out. He's started to upload a good channel, man. Just wanted to
Let me go over there.
Yeah, give him a sub.
Go to channel. Subscribe. Yeah, I already like him. I already like you. You've only uploaded 2 videos. You're talking about Vac and Bacoli and Rungvisai Estrada, the second fight prediction. I already like you.
Yeah, he was Angry Orchard before. If you remember in the chat, yeah. So no, he's got a good channel, man.
I don't really eat too much red meat though. Do you guys eat a lot of red meat?
I eat steak, right? And for me, it's because of like I'll be like very open about this for people. Like I am turning pro and everything, but I had leukemia, and so that means I naturally have like weak blood cells in my body. So iron is a very strong thing for me. So eating steak is very important to help with my immune system in general.
Yeah.
Or is it?
So it's actually medically advised by doctors and oncologists and everything, right? For me to eat steak. I love the fact that it's medically advised for me to eat steak.
Don't need an excuse to fucking eat steak, man.
There you go.
Did you say you turned pro?
I am turning pro, yeah.
Oh, is it? When?
Yeah. It should be in May. Official announcement is next week. Promoter/manager. I'm going to be managing myself, but my promoter is going to be Steve Goodwin for my first 4 fights.
McGregor, that's excellent because I'm telling you, you're getting a manager and 25% of your person, and managers don't really have a lot of say. Like, obviously, they can get you fights and that, but there's more of a yes or no type. You know what I mean?
Well, Goodwin's
Yeah.
not really managing me. He's more or less kind of promoting me and putting me on
Yeah,
some
yeah.
fight
It's
cards
better.
and getting
Yeah,
me into
like
places. Yeah.
yeah, like MTK, Goodwin. They're promotion. They have promotional companies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But having a single manager is not the best. I don't
And
think.
I also have a pre-agreement with
Yeah,
a bigger company. If I go 4-0, they'd like to get me, and that's with Matchroom. So I have a pre-agreement after I go 4-0.
Fair play,
congrats,
man.
man. I'm happy for you. Congrats.
Fair play. We'll all follow your career.
Yeah, that's good. How long you been thinking about turning pro?
Okay, so like I said, I had leukemia, right? So I wasn't actually able to turn pro when I wanted to, and I wasn't actually able to represent my country in the World Championships or the Olympics. But I was a junior European fighter. I started amateur fighting at 10. By the time I was about 17, I had realistic ambitions
Yeah,
to want to turn professional, having picked up schoolboy silver medals and gold medals along the European circuit, uh, picking up an actual European silver medal, youth championships, a heavyweight. So I was always wanting to, got diagnosed with leukemia, couldn't really train, had to have a bone marrow transplant, all of that shit. Uh, Come back, packed on some weight, put on some muscle, got back into training, had 8 amateur fights back, unbeaten with 7 KOs. I've only lost 4 amateur fights and 72 contests.
that's
So,
that's amazing, man.
and yeah, that's pretty much it. I always wanted to turn pro. I have realistic ambitions to be a title contender, not at world level until I see, but I think I could do well up to European level minimum.
How tall are you, by the way?
Just 6'5", just
That's a good height. Very good height.
6'5", and I fluctuate between 230 and 238.
That's good, man.
That's good. That's very good.
Nah, man. Hopefully it all goes well, man. To be fair, hopefully,
So
yeah,
that's roughly 16 and a half stone for the people in the chat.
Do you have a trainer? Everything set?
I've been training with Packy Collins my entire life, but turning pro, Packy thinks he can't take me as far as I can actually go as a professional. Packy Collins, like, he trains Spike O'Sullivan and guys like that. So I've been training out at Celtic Warrior Gym because it's literally a 10-minute walk from me. I've grown up in the same area. So I was always in his gym. I'm going to be basing myself in England, and I have an agreement with Don Charles. So,
Oh, that's good, man. Happy for you.
and I've also had talks with Ali Bashir, possibly, if things don't work out with Don. So Ali Bashir as well.
So you're very organized before turning pro. That's very good. A lot of people are not very organized.
yeah,
It's because a lot of trainers do actually know who I am
That's good, man.
from amateur circuits and beating up people.
yeah.
And being a sparring partner as well for a lot of guys through the years.
Yeah, yeah. That's being a spot like You see, it's good to get high level sparring when you're learning. When you just turn pro or an amateur, to see what level you're at. Even the sparring, you see what type of fighters you can mix with, and see if you can do well against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already know a lot of good high level guys that I can beat myself. So
Fair play, man. Fair play. No. Hopefully it all goes well, mate. Honestly, and yeah, we'll be following your career. We'll be gassing you up. We'll be like fucking Tunde Ajayi. We'll be saying you're going to be the next big thing. Your A side against Joshua. We're going to be gassing you
mate, if people do that for me, it'll be absolutely hilarious. Because as soon as people are like, "Oh, it's the A side against Joshua," I'm gonna go in there and take 5%.
up. Nah, man.
Because I have a real amateur perspective, and I think Hashman can back this up. If he has aspirations of ever wanting to turn pro, he can back this up himself.
Yeah,
But this is for me, and I've always been like this.
yeah.
I want to be a champion. I don't care about the money, and I never will. I'm actually well off. I actually have got money. I don't care about it. I don't care about securing my family's future. I want to become something. That's the whole point of being. When I was a kid, hearing the words, and the new. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what it is to me. That's what it really means to me.
100%. The thing is, a lot of people, when they have the mindset of money in boxing, it's not the best way to make a living. You know what I mean? Because everything's not guaranteed for you. You know what I mean? You could suffer a shocking defeat to a journeyman. You could have a terrible injury, God forbid, for anyone in boxing. There's a lot of things that it's not gifted and granted for you as a boxer. So thinking about money, it's not the right mindset.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, you're right.
of course, when you're a champion and you're up there, you got to make good business financial sense and get the best opponents at the top level. But during your build up and step up, you got to prove yourself and get to the
Look,
money.
man, if for me, if I turn out to be good enough, right?
Yeah,
If I end up becoming a world champion, right?
the money's there,
I'll make money either way. I want to make the best fights.
100%.
No, that's good, man. That's good.
One as a boxing fan, and two as a historian, because I want people to be someone like myself to look back 7 years from now and see my name and say, "Wow, he's one of the best fighters of all time." Even if it's just one or two people.
Yeah.
I'd love
Yeah.
I'd love the idea of him 30 years turning on YouTube 3D Metro Bingo or whatever the fuck its name is going to be, right? and I see, I don't know, let's say slick style boxing, and he brings up this guy, and people are like, who's he? And they bring it up, and it's like people are like, wow, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? That's a big thing to me.
No, that's fair enough, man. That's fair enough.
100%. Because my ambitions are to be a world champion one day. That's what I was thinking about. But my coach instills to me that you gotta always focus and take step by step. You can't be thinking about I want this. You gotta work yourself up. You know what I mean? Because
do
for
you
me,
know why I say I think I can do European at the very least?
Yeah.
Because I would have achieved more as a heavyweight than any man in my country's history.
Yeah. Yeah, he said
Ireland's
that the other
never
day.
had a European heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
And that's the initial goal. And because I can't fight for British title, I look at that. If I was from England, I'd be going for the British. That'd be my first statement. It wouldn't be world. It'd be British. It would be European it would be British, Commonwealth, European, world. So if I'm good enough to win a European title, then I'll start talking about world.
The thing is, McGregor, after European is basically the world level after that, like the fringe world level, mixing up with the ranking. So you can't after European, it's not, you can't step back. You know what I mean? It's realistic to go.
I know that. That's why I say European first. And for me, I think if you're the European champion, you're pretty much the number 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Hard to argue with that.
Caballero is probably top 10, top 15.
I'd say Caballero's a top 15 fighter, and I think I could beat him.
Yeah, there's Caballero. You know, there's like genuine argument that he's like nearer top 10 than like 15.
You've heard me say it, man. I think he's number 10 or 11. I really do.
He's a good fighter.
Like I wouldn't be betting any money on Joey Parker or Brazil to beat Caballero. I wouldn't bet money on it.
Neither would I. I think Caballero would give Parker a lot of problems, actually. I do. It'll be a good fight, you know. It'll be a really good fight.
I feel I've got the beating of Ajit. Big time.
Nah, it's good that you've got ambition, man. It's good.
I think my style's all wrong for him. All wrong. He's my favourite type of fighter. A pop shot back foot.
Yeah.
Well, what type of style are you? How do you fight?
I've got a few different styles because I'm kind of blessed in some ways because I've decent feet and because I started so young. But I'm ambidextrous, so I can change stances. But for a guy who's so big, I can fight on the inside, and I can cut the ring off, and I can apply a lot of pressure. So on the back foot, I'm all right, and I've got a good jab. But coming forward, I can apply a lot of pressure to you, and I can bully you. Even if you're heavier than me and you're taller than me, I know how to weave and I know how to get in. I know how to get in. It's just been drenched into me since I was a kid to get onto the inside. Because my first fight, man, I was tiny. Like I'm a big guy. My very first amateur fight, mate, I was 4'9".
Really? Damn. That's
How
mad.
old are you though? How old were you though? You was a kid.
I was 11.
I was 11. That's small.
I took a massive growth spurt though.
Yeah.
Like when I was 13, I was 5'2". When I was 15, I was 6'2".
That's mad.
That's
That's
mad.
fucking mad.
Was your parents tall? Was your dad tall?
My dad's 5'10", my mum's 5'6". But all of my uncles on my dad's side are 6'6", 6'5", 6'7".
Yeah. No, fair play, man. No, hopefully it all goes well, man. Hopefully it all goes well.
Ah, well.
Be a good
And
journey,
I'm
man.
fighting a guy with a winning record. I'm fighting a guy with a winning record.
Yeah. That's good, man. Happy for you.
Yeah, man. No, it's good, man.
100% follow your career.
No, it's really good. Really good.
Is there any Irish boxers out there?
I,
Heavyweights.
I beat them all. let's just say that.
Yeah,
I beat
Sean
them all.
Turner. Sean Turner's the highest rated, isn't he? Sean Turner.
He is, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think he's the best of them. I don't think he's the best of the
You could
Irish
get
heavyweights out there.
some rivalries in amateur in the pros.
Oh no! We were already talking about that type of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you reckon the best Irish heavyweight is, other than yourself, of course?
If he comes in for all those P's and Q's,
Conscian.
If
Okay.
he trains properly, if he's mentally all right, he's a good fighter. Too bad he's just not. He's not committed to boxing itself. He's a bit of a gym rat though, but he
Yeah.
can fight.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
If he had Sean Turner's heart and love for boxing, like Sean Turner doesn't train, but he loves boxing itself.
Yeah.
If he had those attributes, Conor would be a dangerous customer for a few guys.
No, fair play, man. Fair play. Nah, but no, hopefully it all goes well for both of you. You know, hopefully you can do what you want to do, man. Be good, like I say though. Be good, like if you guys could you know, put like your journey up on social media and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's just a few clips on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fair play, man. Fair play. But yeah, I mean, any fights that you guys are interested in coming up, by the way, in the next couple of weeks, or nothing really?
Boxing April's Crawford
April's
Khan.
all right.
Crawford Khan.
Strada Surskett.
Yeah,
Oh,
Crawford
yeah.
Khan as well. Yeah, Dehaney, Roman.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that
on the
fight.
undercard of Surskett and Rungvisai, isn't it?
Yep, that's a great card. That is.
I want to see what's his name again? Anthony Sims Jr. step up. He's fighting too many bums.
He's fighting TBA again.
Yeah, I want to see him step up as well.
The hell, man! You're mocking Yard for fighting these guys, but Sims is not fought a guy with a winning record. Come on.
Yeah, and Sims had a much greater amateur background.
I'm
Yeah,
a patient
he needs
person.
to.
I'm a patient person, but if Sims after the April 26th fights another journeyman, I'm like,
Yeah, man, I agree.
because I watched an interview and he said, someone said Eubank Junior, and he said, I'm above him, and he was talking a bit too much, but it is what it is. I think he's a great talent. I want to see him step up though. I want to see him fight good super middleweight.
Yeah, I think he's a good talent as well. But yeah, like you say,
I think he's a better talent than Yard. We've seen both of them. I think he's got a better jab. I think he's got better movement.
yeah,
He's got punch variety. He's very slick, and he's a good puncher as well. So
yeah, he's quite well rounded, isn't he? Yeah,
well rounded. The only thing we need to see from him is we'll see how good he is against someone who can pressure him and also his chin.
yeah. Who do you think a good step up for Anthony Sims would be?
I know Rocky fought him, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think it would either.
I want to see him. The thing is, I wouldn't like him to fight. I want to see him fight these British domestic fighters.
Yeah,
we know how they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone like Jamie Cox, that would be a good fight.
Is he fighting at 168 or 175 though?
68.
68, okay. No, that's fair. Well, look, at 68, there's a few names out there. I mean, yeah, Jamie Cox, that's a good shout.
Jamie Cox, John Ryder.
Yeah, John Ryder's a good shout.
He's
Although,
ranked highly as well. He's ranked like number 2 or number 3 in the WBA, so that's a good shout.
Ryder's fighting, I think, Lemuvo, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh,
Pretty
is he?
sure. Yeah, yeah,
Is Lemieux?
yeah.
Oh, Lemieux's gonna kill himself. What's he doing?
Now it's at 168 apparently.
Oh, 68.
Yeah, yeah.
We
He's
That'd be
have
a
a
good
not.
good
fight.
question in the chat. We have a good question in the chat from Tom Wild. It's actually a very good question. Have you guys got any tips on being persistent to your dreams?
Bit deep, mate. Bit deep. Bit deep for me, to be
Bit deep
honest.
for you?
Yeah,
Is bit deep for you, Hashman?
No, 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 not at all.
For me, I think it's desire. If your dreams, if you truly desire them, do everything you can to tell yourself that you're not going to shy away. Don't look at yourself and be like, I can't do it, or, oh, it's going to be hard. If it's something you really want more than anything, every day you got to wake up with the same idea in your head, even if you don't want to do it. Just wake up and go, I'll get there. Keep plodding, keep going. Just
Yeah,
don't give up if it's what you really want. But you need to make sure in your head it's what you really want. You don't want to find
yeah,
yourself 2 years in and you're like, it's not for me.
yeah,
yeah.
100%.
No,
There's
that's fair.
always things that you might enjoy, and then after a few years you might not. But it's your desire at the end of the day. If something's passion instilled in you, and you really want, and you really know, you at this age, so I'm 18 now. I'm 18, so I know what I want to do at this age. But
Yeah,
obviously, I'm not gonna put everything eggs in one basket. As a lot of people, I'm in college. I'm finishing off my last year in college. I'm studying
Good kid.
media, television broadcasting, journalism, so I can get into that media role as a pundit or um, channels. You know what I mean in the future.
yeah,
So and that's linked to boxing as well.
yeah. No, it's a good point. You know. Yeah,
So even and that's my backup plan. So, but boxing now at this age, I know I want to be a pro boxer. That's my dream is to be a world champion.
yeah. No, fair play, man. Fair
A lot of
play.
people, a lot of people will say, "Oh, I want to be a world champion," but I want to be the best. I want to be undisputed, everything. That's what I want to do.
I agree with you. That's my dream too.
Like you see how Crawford's up. Like Crawford's my favorite fighter, and I always study his moves and how he fights. And there's certain things I did in my last amateur fight that Crawford does, and it works off. There's little small tricks that you learn in boxing. You can't stop learning.
No, exactly. No,
I
that's
remember, yeah. After my fight yesterday, after I stopped the kid in the third round, and my coach was happy with my performance. He said, "Well done, you look patient, you did the job." But in my head, I was like, I don't know, I don't think I did the best. Blah blah. Blah. There's always stuff that I criticize myself.
yeah.
My hands were a bit low at certain times. I got caught a couple times in the second round, but it's boxing.
No, at least you're like not getting gassed though. You got a knockout win, and you're not getting gassed.
That's
You're
a
going
good
back and
mentality.
yeah, you're
That's a
going
good
back
If
and
mentality.
if you guys see that the highlight of when I hit him, I was just in the corner, just like I was just whatever. Like, I didn't pay attention to anything because a lot of people would be screaming. I saw a lot of people shouting.
yeah. He was
Yeah,
composed, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah,
that's the main thing.
because
That's what you got to be. Fair play, man. Fair play.
and also in my community, I'm Somali and a lot of Somalis don't get into boxing, and it's very small niche market. But I get a lot of support from families and close communities. So that's why I want to push my community and get other people to get into boxing because there's a lot of people in the streets that I'm from. My cousin's been prison stabbed, a lot of things in my neighborhood. So I want to get a lot of people inspired into boxing because I know there's a lot of people out there that just on the corners, the streets, like they're athletic, but they're not doing anything with their lives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, man, that's good, man. It's good that like it's not just about
Yeah,
it's not just about you. You're trying to like raise people up around you, isn't it?
100%.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, I'm a lot more selfish than that.
No,
You got to be honest. Got to
Yeah,
be honest.
yeah,
For me, it's not about anybody else around me. Like they may benefit one way or another,
yeah,
whatever. But for me, it's always been about realizing a dream.
yeah,
Like I remember a few years ago, I was in a hospital bed being told I might not live,
yeah,
and I
yeah, yeah,
literally, I remember thinking to myself, I want to be a champion. So this is the first picture I gotta get. I don't know. I believe there's some narcissism involved in becoming the best at anything. You need to be narcissistic. I mean, one of my favorite athletes in the entire world is a guy called Eddie Hall. He nearly killed himself to become the world's strongest man.
Damn.
Nearly killed himself.
What was it that he did to nearly kill himself? Was it the weight deadlift or?
No, it wasn't just that. It was all the training. I want you to think about this. This man was eating 12,000 calories a day to beef himself up to 28 to 30 stone so that he would have the resistance to be able to pull weights like that. On top of which, he was deadlifting on a regular basis between 380 and 460 kilograms for sets.
Yeah, it's mad. It's fucking mental, isn't it?
I always see them with nosebleeds and fainting after lifting weights as well. Man, it's crazy.
The amount of pressure that puts on your body is ridiculous, man. Like, he's probably taken 30 years off of his life. Not even joking.
Oh, yeah, easily. Yeah.
Like,
no, you're right. Yeah.
I'm a heavyweight, yeah? I'm a heavyweight. I eat about 2,400 calories a day, man. That's a lot of food.
That's a lot.
Trust me. That's a lot of fucking food. And I'm on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's probably eating 15 eggs in the morning.
That's mad.
No, he's literally said he has his morning breakfast is a full English for I think it's like 8 slices of bacon, 6 eggs, what else? 8 sausages, like 6 hash browns, and a load of beans and mushrooms and all that, right? With about 8 slices of toast. And then about an hour later, now listen to these words carefully. He has a bucket of porridge.
Fucking hell.
Not a bowl, a fucking bucket of porridge.
That's mad. Nah, it's mad.
But when you think what he's doing, that's different to what we're doing. Like, he's training his body to be able to lift more weight than any other person. And he has achieved that.
Yeah.
Has he won World's Strongest Man?
Yeah, he won it. You see, in 2017, he became World's Strongest Man.
Oh, my favorite growing up watching World's Strongest Man. My favorite was Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Mariusz Pudzianowski, yeah, 5-time World's Strongest Man.
He was my favorite growing up. I think he won like four or 5 times.
Yeah.
No, he's 5-time. He's a 5-time. The biggest issue, though, was for 3 of those years, the Commerce World's Strongest Man split off from another one. So, like, the best guys, like Zydrunas Savickas and everything like that, they weren't actually competing with Mariusz at the time.
Oh,
so, Mariusz, yeah. So, they were in 2 different divisions.
Was Brian Shaw up there at that time?
No, Brian Shaw didn't come along until roughly about 2008, I think, or 2007 might have been his debut at World's Strongest Man. Then 2008 obviously became 4-time World's Strongest Man. Winning, I believe, in 2011, 13, 15, and 16. Yeah, Del, I know about as much about this as I do about boxing.
Fair play.
What was the other guy that beat Pudzianowski in the Stones at the end? What was his name?
Zydrunas Savickas.
No,
Savickas came back.
He was an American guy.
Oh, Phil Pfister.
Yeah, Phil Pfister. Yeah. Man, I was watching the whole thing back then. I used to love World's Strongest Man. It was on Channel 5. Is it still on Channel 5 now?
I don't know, man. I don't actually watch it on English television.
I used to watch it like 5, 6
The current World's Strongest Man is Half-Thor Bjornsson, though. He actually finally won Half-Thor Bjornsson. The Mountain from Game of Thrones.
All right, nice. No, I've never watched it, mate. No, I remember watching it as a kid. I think you're right. I think it was like Channel 5 or Channel 4.
Yeah. You should definitely actually just look it up. Just watch one World's Strongest Man competition, though. It's actually enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. Like you have like an hour-long special. Like on
who doesn't like to see a 6'6" guy pull a fucking truck?
What's your favorite one? Favorite event?
My favorite event?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's a few. I think one of my favorites is that I've ever really seen is probably the Fingal Fingers, which is where they have like the big. They flipped the big fucking pole that
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
it
yeah,
goes
yeah.
up in weight. So it starts off at like 160 kilos, 180, 200, 220, 240, and it's like, holy fucking shit.
My one is what my one's probably the when they're in the sand and they flip the weights over the top
Mm.
of the bars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, like the keg toss or the dumbbell
yeah,
toss as
yeah.
well. Yeah.
And I like when there's like three people at once. Yeah, they put the sands in the bag and then they go back and then grab something else. That one as well.
Yeah, man. No, I did used to watch it like briefly as a kid, but I couldn't tell you any names whatsoever, man.
I think
None at all.
Bill what's his name again? Bill's Kuzmail. Is it?
Bill Kazmaier, yeah, 3-time world's strongest man from America, 79 to 82.
Would you say he's the best, or who do you think is the best?
He's not the best of all time. For my buddy, the best of all time is probably Zydrunas Savickas.
Oh,
He won the Arnold Strongman competition 8 times, man, and he set every world record at one time or another in the sport. That's a hard thing to beat.
it's crazy. How many times won World's Strongest Man?
4.
4 times. Who has the record?
Pudzianowski, but like I said, guys like Savickas were different. They went over to a different place.
Yeah. By the way, apparently that Klitschko news was April Fool's.
I was saying that to everybody earlier.
Yeah,
April Fools, isn't
do
it?
you know what? I still think he's
To
coming
be
back
honest,
though.
to be honest, all I want, if I don't really want the Klitschko to come back, but the only fight I want him is Wilder. That's it, and then retire. I just want to see him versus Wilder. That's it. No one else.
Yeah, I think
I
he will
would
come
love
back.
to. I would love to see Vladimir come back and fight David Haye.
What?
Fucking hell! You want to see David Haye get killed?
Yeah,
What's wrong with
I
you?
could.
I do.
Damn.
You hate? Do
Don't-
you like?
I want to. I want to fight David Haye.
You dislike David Haye so much.
Take
David
his head
Haye.
off.
Nah, David Haye was a fucking
You
one
know
of my
what?
idols as a
You know
kid.
what? I never liked David Haye, but after the first fight, when he pulled his Achilles, I had sympathy and I wanted him to beat Billy in the second time. But after the fight, I just went back to disliking him because before the arrogance and when he fought Klitschko, he said he was gonna rip his head off and all this stuff, and he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a reality TV star as well back then. He was doing a lot of.
Yeah, because basically that heavyweight title was like an accessory, wasn't it, to get on like TV shows and
Like,
shit.
I wish. No.
What's the name of that dude on Insta, by the way? Again, Reeks. Is it?
REE
Yeah.
KZ _ boxing.
Reeks _ boxing.
Yeah.
Bro, it's looking like a Coley Lebedev's going to happen next, you know.
Which video clip is it?
The second one, the last, it's on the first row, so the second.
Hashim boxer. Okay. Nice. Are you in blue or red?
I'm the black one.
Okay, fair enough. Caught him with a couple nice shots here and there, catching them with hooks. You need to use your jab more, mate.
Yeah, I know. That's what that was my criticism. My coach said, but I think I hurt him a couple of times, and I was trying to finish him off.
Patience.
Yeah, patience. That's what I need. But usually my style is.
There's a couple of times in there. I'm seeing you pop off the jab, and then you're able to catch him with a hook, but you don't throw it. And then when he comes in, you're countering with your backhand instead of like getting out of the distance and jabbing off. You could do that as well.
Yeah.
Seem like you'd be able to beat him up viciously if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're fighting well either way.
I think the left hook was probably my money shot in the fight. Like the left hook was landing.
No,
Beautiful pull counter left in there, though. Very beautiful pull counter left in there. That was stunning.
Thanks, man.
Now, whenever I talk to anybody else who's like an amateur, I always like I'll point out what I think they could do.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I like. I don't really like a lot of people saying what I do well because I know what I do well. I just want to know what I do wrong, then I can focus on it.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. It's always good to, because I prefer honesty in boxing because at the end of the day, we're all trying to get better, remember?
Yeah, and the thing is weird. Like when I first gone to amateurs, I thought I'd be excited and all this stuff when I win fights. But after the fight was over, I was like, I was happy with the win, but it was like I knew I was gonna get this. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, on to the next one.
Mm.
I need to improve in the gym. I need to do this certain things because usually I box southpaw, but in this fight I was boxing orthodox.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's good, you know. No, fair play, man. No,
and
fair play.
and
No,
also
I was
what
able
was
to tell that automatically, mate, by the way,
yeah
that you're not a natural orthodox.
yeah. I'm natural southpaw, but I was
Do you know
trying.
how I was able to tell?
Yeah, how?
Placement of your right foot when you're swinging
Yeah,
your hooks.
yeah. Sometimes like the it gets
Square.
close to each other. Yeah, it gets square sometimes.
Nah, I remember when I was about a good bit younger. That's when I was like training to switch stances. I used to do that. I used to get square on.
Yeah,
I'll tell you the best piece of advice for that is not even
yeah,
in sparring. Go to a bag,
yeah,
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 and get like your camera phone and place
yeah.
it down and just aim it at your feet. Just aim it at your feet so you can watch what your feet are doing.
That's actually good. You know, it's a good idea.
Especially when you start getting tired.
Yeah. The good thing about switching stances is there's more options and there's different ways to win fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know I can stop someone and hurt them as an orthodox, and I know I can fight in both ways.
It's good to have like multiple different tools, though,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like,
multiple. And also, what was crazy was, do you see the fight? Usually, every time I fight someone, they're 5'6", 5'5", 5'8". I would just use the jab, and they'll come in. I would just jab their face off. But this guy was taller than me. He was, I think, 6 foot. I was 5'11". He was very tall at the weight, very tall.
mm,
I was confused. I was like, "What? I'm
yeah,
fighting someone taller than me." I was like, "How the fuck is that happening?"
No way that dude's 56 kilo. No way.
yeah. To be fair though, at least it's like another thing to like work out, though, innit? It's like a different, another learning curve, like more experience. You know,
What would you say? What would you say? What weight do you think he is?
I think he looks 64 kilo.
64? Nah, he's same weight as me. He's weird, but
I think he might have hydrated.
mm,
to be basically we both stepped on the scale. He was 56 and a half. I was 56, but it's weird, different body types probably. But he looked big, but in the ring I felt so much physically stronger than him. I think there was a bit where I was in the clinch and he tried to hold me and I spun him around.
yeah,
And every time I remember the first knockdown, not knockdown, first count, I hit him with a 4 piece. I hit him with a bunch of shots, and he wobbled with the
yeah.
last one.
Have you ever fought anybody with a side stance who moves counterclockwise yet? I'd love
What
to
did you say?
know if you have or not. Have you fought anybody whose stance completely side on, almost like a Philly shell? Have you fought anybody like that? Yeah, who goes counterclockwise with their feet, with their left going backwards?
Not yet. I spar obviously in sparring. I fight bigger people with different styles, and that Philly show side on can go either way around the ring. But as a amateur, not yet. Usually, the first 4 fights were pressure fights, rushing at me, um, coming at me, head down, and I had to box. Really, I had to box. But this fight, this guy was standing off me and he was trying to box me. And after the first round, I knew I could outbox him if I want to. But I was like, let me just be a bit more spiteful because my coach said, "Oh, you're not really that. You need to be you need to be more spiteful in your punch. You need to hurt this kid. So in my mentality, I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can hurt this guy. And then after the first count, I was like, yeah, I can definitely take him out. And then I lost a little bit form when I was coming in, but I was catching him clean enough to get him out.
No, fair play, man. Fair play. I'm gonna probably wrap this stream up in like 5 minutes. By the way, lads.
Have we barred you that much though?
Nah, I've got an early one tomorrow, mate.
Fair enough.
Early one. But yeah, I should be
Okay.
streaming. I should be streaming more this week anyway. To be fair.
I've got 2 gym sessions tomorrow.
I think I'm back in the gym tomorrow. I took the day off today, and then back tomorrow, and then hopefully fight on the May 1st. So that's happening in Tower Bridge, somewhere like that.
7th week.
Yeah, 7th. Hopefully I get. I was supposed to get into Harrogate Box Cup in June, but I don't think I'll be taking part because Ramadan is coming up.
Yeah, I get you.
I was gutted. I was like, I really want to get into the competition, but faith comes first, religion comes first.
Fair enough. We all got our own things.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I can win the under-10s and get into the nationals at the end of the year and get a couple titles under my belt, and then next year just try to get into the London elites for 56 kilos. I reckon I can. I've sparred a lot of pros in the gym. You might not know them, but they're good fighters. But yeah, I've sparred them and I see I can do good things against them. So hopefully I get better fighters in the amateurs and showcase my skills.
Good stuff, man.
No, yeah, it's good, man. It's good. It's just progression, isn't it? Like just getting better each time.
You should get Del Boy down for some sparring, man. Put a bigger boy.
I just checked on the Instagram, man. Looked good. You look athletic, innit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, fair play, man.
Yeah.
Fair play. Are you on like Twitter or anything as well?
I'm on only Instagram.
Okay. No. Yeah.
My socials on the link on the page.
Yeah, it is.
No, fair play. Yeah, feel free to drop it in the chat as well, mate.
Yeah.
Just watch out for that like side stance, man. You need to watch out if you're switching stances. Watch out for that shit because someone will just pop a jab straight through and catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, fair play, man. Fair play. Do you know? I think I'm going to call this one a night. Probably. I might do one tomorrow, as well. What's tomorrow? Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. No, I might do one tomorrow as well. But no, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you to the chat.
Always.
Yeah, man, nice one. Yeah. Anyone's free tomorrow, feel free to come on as well. But yeah, thanks to everyone for coming in. Thanks for the chat. Peace, man.
Peace.